This is the highway to 10K, a challenge where I try to make $10,000 online as fast as possible. New year, same expenses. Let's just rip it off quickly like a band-aid. We at least had a few more sneaker sales. I should have bought more of these Air Max Pluses because these are selling super fast, and a stranger spoke to me. He said, if you give me $200, I will give you $250. So I accepted the offer. That stranger's name is Amazon. They are doing some sort of trade-in program where they will give you $250 in exchange for a Galaxy Note 20. These Galaxy Note 20s can be purchased from eBay for under $200, but after taxes is going to be about $200. Submit it to Amazon, I get $250 for each, just taking advantage of easy money. Hopefully there aren't any issues with this process, but we'll have to see. And if it works, I'll buy more phones. So the phones came in the mail a lot quicker than I expected, but here we have it. So, phone number 1. What is this? Oh, it's a stylus. So now that we have them in hand, what is the next step? Here I am on my Amazon account. We go here to other trade-in categories, cell phones, Samsung Note, and Galaxy Note 20. So I select this, unlocked. Does the device power on? Yes. Is your screen free of cracks? Yes. Are there payments owed? No. Is the battery expanded? No. Based on your answers above, your trade-in value is $250. Return it for free and then continue. So I have to factory reset the phone. It probably is already factory reset, and I'm just gonna double check everything before I finalize this process, but it's fairly straightforward. So agree to all of this and then submit my trade-in. So now I should have a shipping label in my email address. So then I print out the shipping label, pack it up, and then ship it out. I just repeat this process for the second phone, and we'll see what happens towards the end of the video. While we wait for that to get to Amazon, it's business as usual. Buying collectibles to flip, and making sales from the other stuff we bought in the past. On the 9th, we had some new Stanley tumblers releasing. In the past, these tumblers would take quite a while to sell, and the profit margins would only be mediocre. And that's why I didn't take this drop too seriously. As you can see, I was running only 3 tasks. Huge mistake. This drop turned out to be one of the most profitable and fastest selling tumblers in recent memory. These were selling so fast that pre-order prices actually went up by 40 to 50% just minutes after the release. Those who went all out on this easily made $500 to $1,000 on this one drop. Unfortunately for myself, I made the wrong call. I ended up checking out one, and the pre-order that I had listed before the drop ended up selling for around $100. This was before the prices went up. So I made a few dollars from this, but ultimately this was a big fumble. But it is what it is.
It is what it is.
I got an email from Grailed a few weeks ago saying that a buyer had an issue with one of the box logo hoodies that I sold him. Apparently there was a smudge on the actual box logo design and he wants a refund. So I contacted the buyer and he said, yeah, there is a smudge on the design, and when he looked back on the listing pictures that the smudge was actually there, but he just failed to realize. I am going to admit I did not see the smudge there when I had listed the image, but the entire point of me taking an image for the listing is so that the buyer can see exactly what it is that they're buying. And the image that was posted on the listing is exactly what he received. However, there are a few things that make this a little bit more suspicious. The first thing is that this person bought this hoodie from me, and then he later said, hey, I got the zip code wrong. Can you send it to this zip code instead? And usually that is a very, very common scam. And basically what happens is if you comply with the buyer, then according to PayPal and Grailed, since the address that you sent it to is different from the address that they checked out with, they are going to immediately side with the buyer. I'm not saying that's exactly what he was trying to do in that first instance. After all, I can't know 100%, but just a little bit fishy. And also, his account is fairly new. He's had only, I think, 2 or 3 transactions. So I really hope this is just one big misunderstanding. But I have this strange feeling that the hoodie that they're gonna send me back might be a fake, or might not even be a hoodie at all. Maybe they just send me a package and there's nothing inside the package. According to this message from Grailed, they're gonna refund him immediately upon the package saying it was delivered. So who knows? By the way, I did message Grailed asking them for their stance on the subject. I don't know, this situation is gonna be a headache. When I get the item back, I just hope that it's the exact same item that I sent him. We'll just have to see what happens, I guess. In the meantime, we have continued to get sales. These Air Forces are starting to really pick up in sales, and I've sold almost all of them at this point. These PlayStation Portals brick, super not worth, but whatever. Sold Gatorade powder that I copped from a price error. Sold a few other stuff, and with all of these, I made about $227 in profit, with a big chunk of this coming from one of the Air Max Pluses that I got for free. And we also got the Denim Tears hoodies that came in. Should be selling those soon as well. After what I felt like was an eternity, I finally got the Amazon credit. As you can see here, $500 was applied to my Amazon account. I paid a total of $413.70 for the phones, giving me $86.30 in profit. Unfortunately, New York City sales tax really bit into my profit margins, as it normally does. You can actually make more money from this if, number 1, you live in a state with very little sales tax or no sales tax at all, and number 2, if you can find these phones for cheaper. Just gotta do a bit more digging on eBay and perhaps other marketplaces. You can do this up to 2 times per Amazon account, and that's why I bought 2 phones. But I do have an extra account, and now that I know this does work, I went ahead and bought 2 more phones, and all I gotta do is repeat the process for those. The more Amazon accounts you have, the more times you can do this. But even with one account, this is super worth, because although this process could take up to 3 weeks between ordering the phones, making sure they're okay, clicking a few buttons on the computer, and then shipping it out, this whole thing took only about 9 minutes worth of work. Now, you might be thinking, Nova, that is Amazon credit. It's not the same as cash. But it is for me. I buy everything on Amazon. Groceries, toiletries, pet food, you name it. However, turning this Amazon credit into cold hard cash is actually very simple. Here's 2 ways to go about it. The first is going through the process of credit card rewards farming. Here's a refresher on how that works. The way this works is you sell a bunch of miscellaneous items, typically electronics, to cash out groups at cost. So let's say you buy something for $100 and then you sell it for $100, but you get to keep the reward points. So if you get 5% cash back from your rewards, then you get $5 from this sale. Furthermore, these items are drop shipped, so you don't have to handle any of the logistics and any of the complexities of selling. But instead of using a credit card to make these purchases, you would use your Amazon credit instead. So let's say you drop ship a couple of iPads for $500, you use your Amazon credit to make the purchase, and then the buying company will send you $500 directly to your bank account. The second way to turn this credit into cash is by using what's called Buyer's Portal. This is a feature that we have in Polar Chefs where Amazon vendors will basically give you their items for free in exchange for a product review. But the way this is done is you have to first actually buy the products from Amazon. Of course, you would make these purchases using your Amazon credit, and then the vendors would refund you via PayPal. So basically what you're doing is converting your Amazon balance into PayPal balance. But in the process, you will also get hundreds of dollars worth of items for free that you can resell on eBay for even more money. Although I'm just going to keep most of the Amazon credit in my accounts for personal use, I did grab a couple of items from Buyer's Portal because why the heck not? The first item showed up already and I will be listing this very soon. So that's what I'm going to do here and there. So yeah, this Amazon trade-in program, man. That's how you can make $200 in less than 20 minutes worth of work. So you better get on it now before all these phones sell out. So if you want to jump on future easy money opportunities like these and you're based in the US, come check out Polar Chefs. Links is in the description. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.